Welcome to the 186th District Court. Court is in session. This is cause number 2021 CR 1319B, State of Texas versus Gerardo Torres. We're here today for a plea. We're conducting this. Sorry about that. Didn't turn off the YouTube audio. All right. I'm not sure where I was, but I think I at least announced this is State of Texas versus Gerardo Torres. We're here for a plea. We're conducting this hearing via video conference using the Zoom application. We're also using YouTube to live stream the proceedings to keep the hearing public. Time now is 9:19 a.m. on the second day of August 2021. These proceedings are official. They're on the record and they're being recorded by the official court reporter. Counsel and all present are instructed to act as though you were in court, and all are instructed not to record the proceedings. If we could have the attorneys make appearances, starting with the State of Texas, please.
Travis Banks for the State of Texas.
Ms. Conley, did you want to make an appearance?
Teresa Conley for the defendant.
Sir, are you the same Gerardo Torres who's charged by indictment with possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance, penalty group 1, from 4 to 200 grams? Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
And stated we proceeding with the repeat offender allegation.
No, Your Honor, the state will waive and abandon that allegation.
And we're proceeding on both counts.
No, Your Honor, the state is only proceeding on count 2, waive and abandoning count 1. Or is it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around.
Oh, sorry.
Let me check your paperwork. Paperwork says count 1.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
My bad. Count 1.
All right. And then I'll note that we started this hearing on July 29th, 2021 via Zoom as well. We rescheduled it for this morning. We're having difficulties with the device that the defendant was trying to use, couldn't hear us and such like that. So I directed the defendant and the attorney should come to the courthouse, to our courtroom camera. We know that one works. And so we are all on Zoom. They're the only ones in the courtroom and using the courtroom camera. All right, sir, I'm going to use a function of Zoom called share screen. I'm going to show you the indictment in this case. And are you familiar with this document?
Yes.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, did we waive reading of the indictment?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get out of share screen. I'll note that there is a discovery acknowledgement that's been signed and dated by both sides. I'm doing the same and I make it a part of the record. I'll also note that there's an application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. I'll make that a part of the record as well. Sir, we're going to go back into share screen again. I'm going to show you a document. It's called the defendant's consent to plea by video conference. I'm scrolling down to electronic signature, which I'm now using my cursor to circle around. Is this your signature, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
By signing this, you're telling me two things. One, you understand normally we do pleas live in an open court, but that you are consenting to do this plea by video conference. Did you understand that when you signed this form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Media hora, una hora, 2 horas. ¿Necesitas un intérprete?
All right, someone's got to turn off their microphone, please.
Menos de media hora, creo que sí lo logramos. Ok, ¿y la señora cuánto tiempo piensa que necesita?
Mr. Simmons, you need to turn off your microphone, please. There you go. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. Okay, the second thing that this signature on this form tells me is your electronic signature on this form, as well as all the other electronic signatures on the in the plea packet that's in front of me today. You're telling me that those are valid as if you personally signed them. Did you understand that when you signed this form?
Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the consent and I make it a part of the record. Let's see, hold on. All right, now using share screen, I'm showing you another document called the court's admonishments, several pages, so I'll scroll through. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the bottom of page 3 is electronic signature. Is this yours?
Yes, Your Honor.
Going to get out of share screen. By signing the court's admonishments, you are telling me that you understand the court's admonishments, that you understand the rights that are contained within it. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that you want to give up those rights. Is that true?
I understand, Your Honor.
Well, is it true that
Yes.
and the right you're giving up is you have the right to a trial by jury. You have a right to confront the witnesses against you. You also have the right to remain silent, which includes the right not to incriminate yourself and not plead today. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
By signing this, you're also telling me you understand the consequences of a plea and the sentencing range for count 1, which is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand that when you signed this?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've applied for deferred adjudication, sir, and there are risks and benefits associated with that. The benefits are if it is granted, then you will not be found guilty of the offense at count 1, and instead you'll be placed on community supervision, which if you're successful with that, the case is dismissed. But the risks are if you're not successful, it could be revoked. If you are revoked, then you would be found guilty of the offense at count 1 on that day. You're subject to the full sentencing range I just announced. Did you understand that before you applied for deferred adjudication?
Yes, Your Honor.
So essentially life in prison is hanging over your head if you're on deferred adjudication. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You used to wish to proceed. You have to say out loud. You can't just nod your head.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
I approve the waivers that are contained within the court's admonishments and make them a part of the record. I'm going to go back on the share screen. I'm going to show you another document, the plea bargain in the case. Are you familiar with this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
There's an electronic signature to the left. I'm using my cursor to circle around. There's another one to the right. I'm using my cursor to circle around. Are these your two signatures?
Yes, Your Honor, they are.
This document details for me your agreement with the state as far as punishment is concerned. I will let you know if I'm going to follow this prior to the entry of your plea. All right, someone's got their microphone on. Can you turn your mics off if you're not part of this hearing, please? All right, punishment will be assessed with 8 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice with a $1,500 fine.
But I need just to get ready for
Here,
tomorrow.
hold on. Okay. Need to turn off a microphone. All right. Although I just went over everything about deferred adjudication for you because there was an application in there, your plea bargain says you won't have an application for deferred adjudication. So everything I just told you about deferred adjudication no longer applies because that's not part of your plea bargain. It specifically prohibits you from asking for deferred adjudication. But the state is recommending that a suspend sentence and place you on community supervision. Taken into consideration will be another felony indicted cause of felon in possession of a firearm. You'll have no contact with your co-defendant, Edward Fonseca. And then one of your signatures, the one on the left, waives your appeal outside of the agreement, but the recommendations are you should be placed on community supervision for 4 years, have a treatment, drug and alcohol treatment evaluation, perform community service hours. Is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
Your Honor, at this moment, I cannot do community service hours because they're fixing to amputate my leg.
It's outside of the agreement. And now it's up to me whether I'm going to do community service hours or not. Is this your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is this your understanding as well?
Yes, it is, sir.
Let me get out of share screen. Sir, I'm not bound by a plea bargain. I do not have to follow this. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
But if I do follow a plea bargain, then you lose your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's true unless I grant you permission to appeal or unless certain motions were filed and ruled upon. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Counsel, any such rulings in this case?
No, sir.
If I do not follow the plea bargain, then I'll allow you to withdraw the plea and we'll proceed to trials if this hearing never occurred. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'll note again, one of your signatures on the plea bargain waives your appeal. Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
If not, then a plea of guilty, no contest to the offense at count 1 would have serious adverse effects on your immigration status. And I'll note that you certified on the court's admonishments that you are an American citizen. Counsel, do you believe that your client has a factual or rational understanding of the charge pending against him?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe he's been able to assist you in the defense?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he's mentally competent to waive rights and enter a plea here today?
Yes, I do.
Sir, to the offenses listed at count 1 of your indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Do you understand that you can still be found guilty with a no contest plea?
Yes, sir.
Other than the plea bargain, did anyone promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No, sir.
Anyone force you or coerce you to plead today? Did anyone
I don't
force you to
think
plead
it-
today? Did anyone force you to plead today, sir?
Do I want to plead? I
I
don't
didn't hear your
understand the
answer.
question, sir. Truly, I don't
You
understand the question.
You just pled a second ago. Did anyone force you to plead?
Oh, no.
Did anyone
No.
coerce you to plead?
Nobody.
All right, do you understand the question? If you don't understand the question, just tell me.
He answered, Your Honor.
I didn't hear him. Did anyone coerce you
Taking
to
it
plead
down,
today?
please.
Nobody.
So, but you
forced me
answer
to
the
plead.
question. Did anyone coerce you to plead today?
No, Your Honor.
All right, after going over this case with your attorney, do you believe that pleading today is in your best interest? Would you answer the question?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Does
Sorry.
the state have anything to offer to support the plea?
Yes, Your Honor, state offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments.
No objection.
It's admitted. I reviewed State's Exhibit 1 and the attachments prior to getting on the record today and find that it is sufficient to support the plea. Sir, I find that your plea was freely, intelligently, and voluntarily made. There was sufficient evidence to support the plea and that you're mentally competent to enter into such a plea. I find you guilty of count 1. Counsel, is there any legal reason as to why your client cannot be sentenced today?
No, sir.
Being no legal reason, in accordance with the agreement with the state, sir, I sent you to 8 years in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. However, I'll suspend that and I'll place you on community supervision for a period of 4 years. There's a $1,500 fine. Taking in consideration another cause, I'm going to read you the cause number. I'll tell you the offense. If you plead true to this, then I dismiss that case. Do you understand the proceeding, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Cause number 2021 CR 1320, felon in possession of a firearm. How do you plead? True or not true?
And that one, Your Honor, that's not my weapon. It was in a
All
trunk.
right, then I'm
I
not
proceed-
dismissing it. I am not dismissing it. That's still in play. Then you're looking at 5 years at least, I guess, on that. No, 2 to
Your
10
Honor.
years on that one. Let's
Your
go.
Honor.
You'll have no contact with the complaining witness, Edward Fonseca. Furthermore, you'll have a TAP evaluation. You must
Your
follow
Honor.
the recommendations. I'm not done with sentencing. Please don't interrupt me. You'll have to follow the recommendations of your TAP evaluation. You'll have 150 community service hours and you'll have 30 days to verify employment. Sir, there's a plea bargain case. I followed the plea bargain. So you do not have the court's permission to appeal. You do not have the right to appeal. I'm also noting you waived your appeal in the plea bargain agreement. I'm making a certification of this for the record. I'll provide a copy of the certification to your attorney to provide to you. Sir, when we conclude this, you're not to get off of Zoom. You're going to have to meet with our probation officer, Mr. Hernandez. I'll put you in a breakout room so you can talk to him over there. You're still facing the felon in possession of firearm charge because you won't plead true to it. That's your choice on that one. Is there anything else from either side in regards to the plea or the sentencing?
Your Honor, if I may, he agreed to the TIC, but he's not able to hear everything that's said to him.
He just said that
definitely-
wasn't his firearm, so we'll have to have the state prove it up. I'm not going to argue with him. I am not going to argue with him. Is there anything else from either side?
Nothing from
No,
the state,
sir.
Your Honor.
All right. This matter is now concluded. We are off the record. I'm turning off YouTube.